From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reported tonight,
Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, ECOWAS President appeals to government of member states not to shut borders over Ebola threat. Rescue operations may end tonight at the Synagogue of All Nations Church as emergency agencies put death toll at 49, 130 rescued alive. Tribunal set up to investigate violent incident between soldiers and BRT bus drivers in Lagos in July begins sitting. And United States and 30 other countries agree to use all means necessary to fight Islamic militants.
And on business news tonight, the National Bureau of Statistics reveals that inflation rate for the month of August rose marginally to 8.5%.
And on sports news tonight, after a 5-year absence, English Premier League side Liverpool thrilled with return to UEFA Champions League.
We begin tonight with information coming in from our reporter in Abuja that some soldiers are about now being court-martialed for mutiny. The trial, according to reports, is not open to the media, but we've gathered that some of the soldiers are those who allegedly staged a revolt against their general officer commanding in Maiduguri, Borno State. And as we await the outcome of the trial, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Adeshola Amusu, has been speaking on the missing Air Force fighter jet. Now, he insists that the loss does not mean that the military has lost control of the country's airspace to Boko Haram. He was speaking to State House correspondents after a meeting with the Vice President, Namadi Sambo. He said some useful information from farmers in the area was not sufficient for them to determine the extent of the search area. According to him, the Air Force has an idea where the aircraft is, but bad weather and the terrain have made it difficult to locate the missing aircraft.
In the aviation, we have specific information that we ought to have to make the search easy. But the information we're getting from the citizens good, but not sufficient, good enough for us to pinpoint the area of, define the area of search. But we have an idea of where the aircraft could be. Don't forget, is the open Sahel. It looks, some people may think it's easy, but in the open Sahel, sometimes it's even very challenging. A human being standing may look like a tree. And again, the area we're talking about is we have operations going on there. You have limitations as to how low you can go to conduct the search. But we have the platforms. But I'm hopeful that before the end of the day, before the end of the week, we should be able to provide positive information as to the location and then the pilots. But one thing is clear, that whatever problem they had, an ejection was contemplated. It is my hope that the pilots are still alive.
The three-man tribunal of inquiry into the July the 4th, 2014 incident between soldiers and some drivers of the bus rapid transit, that's the BRT in Lagos, has held its inaugural sitting today. Now it was alleged that a BRT bus hit and killed a soldier, leading to destruction of some BRT buses, as well as vandalism, arson, looting and harassment of innocent citizens. The tribunal, chaired by retired Justice Ebenezer Adebajo, was set up by the state governor, Babatunde Fashola, to investigate the incident, as well as the subsequent events that occurred on Ikorodu Road in Lagos on that day. The tribunal is to make appropriate recommendations to prevent a recurrence.
This is the aftermath of the incident of the 4th of July 2014 at Palm Grove bus stop along the popular Ikorodu Road in Lagos. It was alleged that a bus rapid transit (BRT) hit and killed a soldier, an incident which allegedly led to the destruction of some buses, as well as alleged looting and harassment of innocent citizens who were passing by. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, promptly set up a panel of inquiry. The three-man tribunal, which held its inaugural sitting, is saddled with inquiring into the causes and factors of the incident, as well as making appropriate recommendations to prevent future occurrence of such incidents. Before human rights activists, representatives of civil society, stakeholders in the transport sector, journalists and other members of the public present here, the chairman of the tribunal, retired Justice Ebenezer Adebajo, pledged that the tribunal will be diligent, thorough and fair in its work.
This tribunal has not been constituted to witch hunt or to arrive at a predetermined conclusion. We call on the general public to have confidence in the work of the tribunal, and we appeal to those persons who witnessed the happenings of that day to come forward.
The lights went out during the sitting, but this did not deter the tribunal. Some members of the public here raised key concerns about their work.
A major party to this crisis, I haven't seen any soldier here. So I don't know whether they were invited, and if they were invited, maybe we need to ask why they were not here.
The panel chairman did his best to dispel the concerns raised.
The Chief of Army Staff had telephoned from Abuja. He telephoned the secretary from Abuja, and he gave assurance that they will be part of the proceedings of this tribunal. So we are expecting them, and we have belief that they will come.
The tribunal says it will sit till the end of the month and would also welcome feedback through its Facebook page and dedicated numbers, all of which can be found on its website. Shola Shoyeli, Channels Television News.
From all indications, rescue operations may end tonight at the Synagogue Church of All Nations, where a building collapsed. Information provided by the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, shows that 49 people have been confirmed dead, while 130 people have been rescued alive. Earlier today, the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 2 Lagos, Mr. Umaru Manko, visited the scene and gave the assurance that everything is being done to get to the root of the matter. Sniffer dogs are also being used to locate victims under the rubble.
The excavation continues at the Synagogue Church of All Nations, Ikotun, Lagos, as more bodies are drawn out. There are fears many are still trapped in the 6-story building rubble.
What we had of a survivor as of now is still 130. 130 people rescued alive, and they are hale and heavy. Well, we are still working. We can't say at what point or what or not until when the rescue effort and search is concluded before we can start saying percentage. We can get to a level it will be faster, then we can get to a level it will be very, very slow based on the situation we are meeting. With the early rescue, they have more than 80% chance of survival. It's, presently now they are almost 90% surviving now.
If something of this nature happens, being handed over for investigation, why not wait for the outcome? Whatever it is, I think one will be able to make more categorical statements after probably if there is any need for investigations are commenced.
We visited the National Orthopedic Hospital in Igbobi, where some victims are said to have been taken, but officials here will not reveal the true condition of their patients. OB Hospital is one of the private hospitals accommodating some rescued victims. The chief medical director says the patients are responding to treatment, but also won't allow us see them.
All of them are stable. 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 Most of them are workers there. I don't mean church workers. workers who were working in the building.
Rescue operations continue at the Synagogue Church of All Nations, headed by Prophet T.B. Joshua.
A young man suspected to be a cable vandal was electrocuted earlier today while carrying out his illegal activities on a transformer along the Iju Road. The lifeless body of the victim was discovered by residents who believe the vandal may have had company who fled the scene when the accident occurred. Attempts to reach the public relations officer of the police as well as the Abulegba business units of the Ikeja distribution zone proved abortive, as they were both said to be away on other official assignments. In part 2, after the break, federal government insists on September 22nd resumption, says date is irreversible. That's in a moment. To stay with us.